I just realized I've been super rude. I never introduced y'all to a door. She's right there, so I think it's about time. Yeah, so this is Adore. You know, she's just here to give me pointers for my talking head segments. Right, Adore? Yeah, she's always there for me.
Party!
Hey folks, what's good? I'm Deets, your friendly neighborhood anti-troll. I know that some days it feels like we are surrounded by nothing but toxic internet nonsense. And we are. But I also think that there is a whole lot out there for us to appreciate. And that is exactly what I do with this channel. My ADHD has me watching all sorts of genres. So then I bring the best of what I find back to this channel so you can keep your playlist stacked. And on that note, let's get into today's creator, East Anglian Bushcraft.
Good morning, top shaggers.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, you Donnies.
How the flippin' heck are we?
How are you all going?
Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. And welcome back to another wild camping video. I've done a little bit of a drive today. I'm down in very sunny Cornwall. Well, I'm down at my local lake. I'm back out in the woods. Join me for a very quick overnighter. I've come straight from work. I'm back out camping once again.
East Anglian Bushcraft is definitely one of my favorite creators in the outdoor genre. Craig just seems like a truly passionate guy who loves what he's doing.
I don't know of anything more peaceful than this. Oh, there's the robin.
He loves spending time outdoors, going to different environments, bathing in nature, and sometimes working on his bushcraft skills. From what I see in his videos, it really feels like he's just being himself. You know, he's not acting for the camera.
Need to sneeze.
Or just doing it as a side gig on the weekends just to make a little extra money. He's really authentically just doing these things because he loves to, and one day he decided to bring us along.
You know, just chatting to you guys and showing you what I'm up to and all that.
Craig lives in England with his partner Catherine, who we do get to meet now and then on the channel, and she seems quite lovely.
And I'm joined by my better half, Catherine.
Morning.
Say hello.
I do believe that he works as an electrical engineer now, after having served in the armed forces as a sniper. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. But as for the present, for the most part, he does love to go wild camping. He'll drive out to different locations and then hike in to wherever he's going to set up camp. Sometimes it'll be a stealth camp. Other times he has permission to use the land he's on. But for the most part, he's out on his own or sometimes with a friend or two. And they're just setting up camp wherever their heart desires.
I get a buzz from it because it's kind of like my middle finger, like sticking it to the man. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not going to go seek permission. Yes, I am going to take the pee a little bit. It's fun. It's like, you know, being a bit naughty. I enjoy it. I enjoy wild camping because it's wild.
That's wild!
Craig believes that the best gear is the gear that you have right now. You know, he's not trying to be the most extreme or show off his mad skills. He's really just out there genuinely enjoying what he's up to and trying to inspire others to get outside and camp, even if you don't have the most expensive or the newest gear. He loves using the kit that he was issued when he was in the military, supplemented with other gear he gets. But no matter what kit he's using, he is almost always incredibly minimal. His type of camping it's just accessible. It just feels like something I could actually do as someone who doesn't have a ton of experience or a whole lot of money to spend on a bunch of new gear. Many of his videos focus on his love of bushcraft. So he does a lot of fire making, and sometimes he's building shelters or creating cook tools, building chairs and raised beds, that kind of thing. And he makes all of it with just his hand tools and found materials.
It's really solid. When we're here and Tim's got his tarp up, it actually stops a lot of the wind cutting through camp and blowing all the smoke into Ellen Ben's faces.
And in addition to his bushcraft camps, he goes on adventures. He will go on multi-day canoe trips with camps in between, or the same with hikes. Like, I think he went on a full 1 week hike once where he was then camping at night in whatever spot he could find.
It's one of my favourite pubs on the Norfolk coastline. Whenever Catherine and I head up this way, we always nip in there for a pint.
He also does really unique camps. Like, one time he camped in a shipwreck.
Literally, I've just got the hammock, the sleeping bag, my camping pillow, some food and beer, and my camera kit, and the rest is just enjoying the scenery. Quality.
Then there was an abandoned fort that was like right on the sea.
So there's a spot on that side that I've looked at with the nice view out the front, and you can see down to the water as well. So I'm considering camping there still, but I just know this is a really good spot, and I've had a fire in here before and my little stove and everything.
He also was in this old war bunker.
Here it is. And there we are.
Just these really unique places that not everybody finds or would even consider camping in.
The limit does not exist.
So as I mentioned, Craig will camp with a friend or two now and then. They're going to have these massive cookouts and sit around the fire talking and really just having a great time together. His friends seem super authentic and genuine, and it's really nice to see them just bonding and having a healing time in nature together. And one of the other cool things about when he is camping with his friends is that they learn from each other different bushcraft skills. For instance, on one camp, one of his friends might be building a raised bed, but Craig is focused more on building like a pot holder to go over the fire. So while they're learning from each other, we're also learning from them. And the thing is, Craig does not claim to be an expert. In fact, he's very clear that he's not. He doesn't even claim to be an educational channel, but simply by watching his videos, we still get to learn a whole lot from him.
I'm going to knock up a little pot hanger because I'm going to do a winter stew because it's going to be really cold tonight.
And not only just his bushcraft skills. As he walks around collecting firewood, he's chatting about the surrounding woodland and the different trees there.
We've got all your sycamores, hazels, oak, silver birch. And then on the other side, most of that is pine, and the deadfall is endless.
As he's setting up his camp, he's talking about the gear that he brought with him.
There's a nice chunky mattress on the inside, although it does take up a lot of space.
And it's really evident that Craig likes fire making because he'll build a fire a different way almost every single time. So we get to see all sorts of different strategies to build a fire in different environments.
I'm just looking forward to cooking tonight and sitting around that fire. That's what I've been looking forward to.
And let me tell you, this man eats really well. He is always cooking these epic meals over the fire. It's really fun to see his creativity when it comes to camp cooking because he's making meals that I wouldn't personally necessarily think to make over a live fire.
Oh, breakfast was delicious.
One of my favorite things about Craig's videos is that they're so peaceful. It's obvious that he's getting out into nature as a way to find some serenity and to benefit his mental health.
When you go camping, whatever is going on in your life, good or bad, but I'm specifically talking about the bad bits here, you can leave it at the car, go and do your camp, clear that mind, don't think about it. It's a time to unwind.
He opens up and is super vulnerable about the fact that having been in the military, he left with some PTSD, and getting out into nature has become a way for him to heal.
It's true, and anyone that goes out and does this will know what I'm talking about, because we all get the same feelings of just, like a big exhale,
It not only offers him time to reflect, but a way to find some peace.
It's a positive mental health and just feeling good in the world, man.
Plus, he really takes the time to set up his shots so that we can also enjoy that serenity, at least in part, alongside him. He'll set up these really beautiful wide shots of the trees or get close-ups while he's building a fire. And sometimes it's a POV shot from his canoe as he's paddling along the river in the English countryside. And I think that's the reason why I actually enjoy his solo camping adventures the most. When he's alone, he spends more time with the camera, not just setting up these beautiful shots, but also talking with us. And it really feels like he's talking with us versus at us. Craig is not all seriousness, though. He absolutely has loads of personality.
Seasoning the wood.
He's really playful, like he loves to do backflips and climb trees, ride his bike and paddle down the river. Sometimes he just jumps in the lake and goes for a swim. He's really just living in the moment and experiencing it to the fullest.
It's a lovely area. Sun comes through the trees in the morning as well.
He's got his little gnome friend, Sherwood Quickquiver, who I think Adore should meet sometime.
How's it going, Sherwood? Anything to report, lad?
Plus, he's got his ritual with the Haribo Star Mix gummies, which you'll just have to watch his videos in order to understand. Sometimes he'll talk to whatever creatures come up to his campsite.
Morning, Chief. You alright, bud? Nice and dry under here, mate. Enjoy.
And he just films these silly little moments that show off his sense of humor. And another thing that I really love about Craig is his utmost respect for nature.
Leaving no trace and doing all that and respecting the woods, that is a massive part of it.
He believes in leaving no trace. And beyond that, he believes in leaving the land in better shape than when he found it. So whenever there's trash or anything that he comes across, he's going to pick it up and pack it out. He makes sure to put out every single fire with all the care in the world, making sure there will be no consequences and even no trace of the fire at all, as though it was never there to begin with.
No trace been left at camp. As you saw, fire was put out properly. Scattered all the cold ashes in the earth, that was stone cold. Backfilled it all. No rubbish, final checks are good.
So thank you, Craig. You are appreciated. You're able to share the beauty of the woods so that your viewers can also enjoy just a little bit of that serenity alongside you. And that brings me to today's reminder. Today's reminder. Sometimes you need to get outside in order to learn a little bit more about what's on the inside. So let me know that you made it to the end of this video by leaving me a tent emoji today in honor of nature's beauty. And if you want to check out East Anglian Bushcraft, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Go check him out and leave him some love because he absolutely deserves it.
And if you don't like that, then tough. I
have some more shout outs on some really nice comments that have been left for me on recent videos. The first one is from Runner Eye himself. Honestly, I'm so happy that my video made his day. I've also chosen 2 random comments to share here. So thank you, Louder Than Life 7 and Katie White 6534 for leaving these really thoughtful messages. And one last reminder, don't forget to vote. If you haven't registered yet, don't worry, there is still time. I'm going to leave a link in the description so that you can go ahead and register right now. And if you need another creator to binge on right now, you can check out one of these videos right here. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.